And my crypto here. I hope we've all had a great weekend. Again, I had a couple of days off. The market was looking a bit fuddy and a lot of people getting frustrated as usual. So I tend to just leave the socials alone. But please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice, and none of the information provided in this video should ever be seen or taken as a signal to buy or to sell. But we look at the crypto bubbles, and as we can see, Quant is sitting around that $96 mark, just under the stable 100. But I'm sure we're going to be back there very, very soon. We're up one rank to 73 with a market cap of $1.16 billion. Volume again expected low over the weekend, looking at $14 million. But it is what it is. Again, I'm here for the long term. I do not look at the short term movements. I'm looking at this overall. I look at the charts. I see the broader spectrum of what's going on. And as we can see, we're down 0.3% in the hour, up 1% in the day, down 6.3% in the week. Things looking a bit better at the moment, picking up. Hopefully, we'll see that $100 mark over the next few days. We see this from Bull Shark Trading for our short term trading. In his opinion, taking Quant now is likely buying shares in Google when they were working out of a shed, or Amazon when Bezos had hair. Not financial advice, but if you are bored with the price action and do not see it as a great time to accumulate, then sell your holdings and chase some other token. But do not complain when Quant has its day. If you cut out the noise and do your research, you will understand that we are about to see the equivalent of a gold rush. This time it's not gold, it's data and interoperability. In our opinion, Quant is yellow pages of blockchain, the connector, the connections. And he's absolutely right, because I think a lot of people at the moment are not seeing the bigger picture. Now, investments, long-term investments as well, which I equate Quant to, because I think Quant is way bigger than crypto, and I think it's acting more like what we see in traditional shares and is going sideways. But at some point, it will kick off. But we are here waiting, being patient. I know I am. So if we look here, nothing much has changed on the quant exchange reserves. If we look at the overall exchanges, we can see it's still sitting around that 1.56 million on exchanges. This does include the derivatives. But if we look at the spot exchanges, it's pretty similar, sitting around that 250k mark at 249,000. So not much has changed, yet people are getting frustrated because they've got no patience by the look of it. Now, we saw this morning. It's been a quiet one, and they are back filling the bag. Text from CB to private wallet of 1,713 quant, value of 159,000. Now, this is important. This wallet has accumulated 7,464 quant in the last 7 days, value of $717,000 at present time. We speculate that this is a licensed lockup wallet. This one only holds quant with no outflows. So I'm sure over the next week, we're going to see more of these pop in, because we're seeing a lot of movement from Wintermute, from other bags. We're going to talk about the question in hand. Now, I get a lot of this. I get people tag me in. Now, Sir Hoddle of QuantShare said, what do you make of this? Now, I watched about 2 minutes of this video, and my reply was yada yada. All I can say is F around and you find out. We diversify for a reason. I'm not going to miss out on quant doing a massive run based on someone else's opinion. I'll do my own research and set my portfolio to fit. Regs are not far off. Now, I've seen a lot of these quotes, including this one, because I'm not singling anyone out, and I'm not going to go through this whole post. What I see is their hypothesis, their conclusion at the end. They always say, Quant is an amazing project. The Quant token is likely to be an excellent long-term investment, 5-year horizon. Now, so they say all they say. Lots of it is quite negative. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that FUD. But they always end it off with Quant is an amazing project. So, in my opinion, there is a lot of confirmation bias from those that sell their coins, or they believe that they're going to see some ROI better somewhere else, which is fair enough. They can do their due diligence if they believe that. I'm here for the long term. I always have been. ROI is fine, but I will get that from other projects. This is why I diversify, but I don't want to miss out on Quant. Quant could do its own thing like it has before. Now, I'm going to go through that in a moment, but we see this from Crypto P. I thought this was absolutely excellent. I get even more confident when I see the situation of the market, especially that of quant. We are in consolidation since 28 months. Even long-term holder getting bear market. Some even saying quant tricked investors and they're selling quant to keep the project alive. Guys, are you serious? You want to hold quant as the main mechanism of the network and be part of the usage price increase? But when it comes to be part to finance the development, you are fudding on Twitter. Selling this project at this level with no good explanation and just thinking that it will not have a run shows me that the market has you 110% under control. Now, as you can see from this chart, we are in this accumulation period. So at some point, we're going to hit that bottom. And as he's showing here, almost a double bottom there. And we could see it literally run. And we know that if we look at the overall chart, we zoom right out. This here, Quant did its own thing. Everything else was going down, hitting the floor. But Quant decided, well, I'm going to have a run. So this is what happens. You can be really caught with your pants down. And that's the way I see Quant. And it's just been running sideways, accumulating. And we know what could happen when we see this coiling for this long. And we could see it literally boom. And that will be unexpectedly. And that's the way I see Quant. That's why I invest in Quant, because I personally believe it is the future. Now, we see here. Now, I posted this some time ago, and this is just a reminder to everyone. So short term, short sighted. For me, Quant has value beyond speculation. And then we see number two, Quant has always been focused heavily on expanding its operations and investing in its long term initiatives of addressing interoperability issues within the world of distributed ledger technologies in blockchain. Quant's priority is to create a seamless and secure network that connects various DLTs simultaneously. While the fruits of Quant's labor may not be immediately visible by the wider community, the value creation behind the scenes is where I personally believe they're behemoth. Now, they are working. We know with all the news that we see what's going on, but yet people do not see that. They can't see the wood for the trees. Here are some examples of companies where the stock prices didn't reflect their strong operations and underlying value. We can see here Amazon, 97 to 2001. During the dot-com boom and bust, Amazon stock plunged from over $100 to $10, even as it rapidly grew its customer base and laid out the groundwork for e-com dominance. The market overly focused on short-term losses versus Amazon's long-term vision and execution. This is the way I see Quant. This is what's happening. They're building, working in the background. And sometime in the future, all of that work will be realized in value. Then we see this from Netflix from 2011 to 2012. Netflix's decision to split streaming and DVD rental services caused a customer backlash. Its stock fell 75% from $300 to $70. But Netflix was successfully transitioning to a streaming future. The market overreacted to a PR misstep. Absolutely. We saw lots of companies like Blockbuster because they weren't keeping up. And as we know, Blockbuster left the market and no longer existed, whilst Netflix continued and prevailed. And then we see here Apple from 2015 to 2016, concerns over peaking iPhone sales and slowing China growth caused Apple stock to tumble over 30% despite massive profits and new products like Apple Watch. The sell-off proved to be a major overreaction. And I think this is what's happening at the moment, where people are selling off based on ROI. I get it, but they're not seeing the bigger picture. They're not seeing what's going on. For me, quant is the future of finance. And I do really honestly believe that. And that's my personal opinion, not financial advice. You've got to do your own research. But if we look at both these quotes here, we see from this video here, we see from this account here, they all agree that it's actually a great project. Now, for me, it's more about my portfolio. Yes, I am willing to wait for Quant because Quant, in my eyes, is the daddy. And they all agree, even though they're fudding Quant, they all agree that it's an excellent project. Now, I also believe it will do its thing, but people just got to have that belief. And that is it. It's just staying steadfast, holding on, focus on the bigger picture. As we've just seen here, Quant can do its own thing at any time. And hopefully we see that at sometime soon. So there you go, guys. Just a quick update. Keep focused, keep strong, all the best, and I'll catch you later.